basically what happened yesterday is, and everyone knows that Edward Snowden now, or presumes to know, that Edward Snowden is stuck in a Moscow airport without a passport. And he has sent out letters to 21 countries seeking asylum. Many of those have already been rejected. Apparently what happened yesterday was that Evo Morales, the president of Bolivia, was leaving Russia from a conference. And as he was flying across Eastern Europe, Western European countries who needed to offer him or allow him travel through their airspace, presumably to get back to Bolivia. And I'm talking about France, Portugal, Italy, and Austria, denied him the ability to cross through their airspace. And apparently Austria said, we will only let you come through our airspace if you land here. I guess it was in Vienna. And presumably it was because there was a report. It's not clear exactly who gave them this report. One can guess who made these requests. That Edward Snowden was on the airplane seeking to get to Bolivia, presumably for political asylum. And they forced this plane down. I don't think they did it with jets, but they basically just said, you can't cross our airspace. And who knows what would happen if he had attempted to. Not unexpectedly, the Bolivians were enraged. There are meetings now with South American, Latin American leaders to, I guess, to formulate a plan as to where to go forward. But it really is, I don't know of any time where something like this has happened, where presumably you have allies who recognize the sovereignty of Bolivia, recognize the concept of things like diplomatic immunity, recognize the concept of asylum. I mean, I don't know that we would do this to our worst enemies, frankly. And it is stunning. Greenwald, in his piece today, notes that at least two of these countries, Spain and Portugal, had no problem with allowing extraordinary rendition to take place in their country, or at least to use their country as a hop, skip, and a jump, as the CIA or whomever it was who was extraordinarily rendering people who often turned out to be completely innocent, rendered them to a third country for torture. And Greenwald sums it up by saying, so these EU states are perfectly content to allow a country, when it's the United States, to use their airspace to kidnap people from around the world with no due process. But they will physically stop a plane carrying the president of a sovereign state when it's from Latin America in order to subvert the well-established process for seeking asylum from political persecution. And yes, Greenwald adds, the U.S. persecutes whistleblowers. And we know what they have done to the likes of Thomas Drake. And by they, I mean the United States security state. What we have done to the likes of Thomas Drake, to the likes of Bradley Manning, Kirikow, the former CIA who reported on or leaked the torture regime. We know what they have done in terms of attempting to prosecute them. By any definition, Bradley Manning, whether or not you believe he should be in jail and be tried for this, under the Uniform Code of Military Justice, there seems to be little doubt that he was indeed persecuted, if not tortured, through solitary, through other means, at least if we're to believe the UN and, frankly, the presiding judge over his case, who said that those 6 months went way beyond the pale. So this is really a stunning development. And for those of you who take exception with Snowden's choice of asylum or transit or whatnot, that it undermines his case in some way, and I'm not even sure what his case is. It seems to me the documents make the case. We will not see, I promise you, anyone in the establishment media talking about how this act by the United States, presumably, and these European states who denied safe passage of the Bolivian president's airplane, this undercuts any case that they're making. You cannot say this guy's some rogue spy, whatever, and this and that, and create this straw dog, that straw man argument that he has to be a patriot of 100% purity for what he has revealed to be relevant, and then not also take into account the fact that if a country is willing to do this, to break all international norms, to disrespect long-standing institutions like political asylum, whether they agree with the reason for asylum or not, and not think that this does not undercut the case by the United States that this guy should have done anything different, then you're being disingenuous.